We are going back in the box on today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you could be here, and so glad so many new people have joined the channel. I put out a bunch of shorts lately. I recommended to do that, and sure enough, the channel got to life. You know, it really does. Shorts help. So if you other creators out there, do shorts. It really does help the channel. It's helped mine immensely over the last month. So just, bear with it. I'm doing all kinds of shorts too, not just baseball card openings. I'm doing, little different things. So you watch. I don't mind. You could do that for me. Anyway, today's show, what do we got today? Oh, we're going back in the box. That's right, back in the box. You know what's in this box, guys. If you've been on this show for a while, you've seen it. For you newcomers, this is an 800 count box of autographs, in person only. I am the #1 collector on YouTube for sure of in-person autographs. Nobody on YouTube even does anything like this. It's a very unique channel. For those who know, you know. But for first timers, this is what I do. I was in-person collector for many years, not just baseball cards, not just sports, but celebrities as well. And nobody in New York City did both, so I am the #1 autograph collector in New York City history. Collector, not dealer, nothing like that. Those guys got more autographs than me in person, of course, but in-person autograph collector, no one's got more than me. If you do, send them here. Come on down and show it, because I don't think you do. All right, not both. Maybe you might have more baseball, but you don't have the celebrities. You might have more celebrities, but then you don't have the sports and baseball. So I got it both covered for you guys. So let's go in the box and see what we can pull out. Should be just commons in here. There's nothing special in this box as far as star players. I have most of those, in holders and sleeves. But this is just loose 800 count in the box. Nothing fancy, but they're all ordered. Every single card in here is signed in person in front of me. So, I don't even know how I did so many. And this is just one box. I got about 5 of these. So we're just going to dip in. I don't even know what I'm going to pull out. I have no idea. Just randomly, I'm going to talk about it, tell you a couple stories. If I remember a couple stories, If I do, I don't. But let's tell me, how many should I pull out? About, let's see, a mix of both kind of cards here. Different sets I see. So we'll just go in like this and pull out that chunk. And we're doing this, like I said, randomly. I don't want to take it off camera so you guys don't think I'm cheating. All right, and we'll start it off. And look at this. We're not even starting off with baseball. I don't know how this got in here, but it got in here. And this was an in-person autograph too it was the Super Bowl card. And it's, if you have nothing for a guy and you see somebody, these always come in handy, these cards. It's Phil McConkey. He was a big player on the Giants, the Super Bowl run in Super Bowl 21. And there's a card for that. The Giants beat the Broncos that year. And then I have a second one of Phil McConkey. Here's another one. It's when he scores on a deflection, clinching blow in the Giants' Super Bowl 21 victory. So he played a big part in that, in the Giants. So that's weird how I start that off with. And then we go to the manager of the Mets holders, and he was a great signer. None other than Bobby V. A great signer. He's just fantastic. He still is. I see him all the time. He's Connecticut. He's local. He's always around. I see him, locally doing all kinds of charities and things. Great man. Really does great stuff for the community and all that. And why have one, like I always say, when you could have two? There's a second one. It's 1978 Bobby V. And any of you set builders out there, a lot of guys out there building sets, try to get these autographs. Hit me up. You need something, I'll hook you up. If you're looking for any card in particular that you can't get, guys who passed away and things like that, I got a bunch here. Next up, we got to go back to football, believe it or not. So this was a mixed box. Okay, we'll take that. It's Rodney Hampton. And Rodney, I remember I got this too. This was at a auto dealership. Back what year is this card? 94, so probably in the mid-90s. And at an auto dealership, just went online and get them. There wasn't many people there, so why get one when you can get two Rodney Hamptons? Like I say, well, it's just so easy. And man, they don't do this no more. They hardly do any kind of things like this anymore with the auto parts shows. And Macy's and New York City used to have guests all the time, celebrity guests. And you hardly see that anymore. Very, very free signings anymore. Everybody's, in for the money. You can't take a photo with nobody more for less than $100. And then, I got thousands of photos with celebrities and sports players. So next up, it's a basketball player. We're really going full boat here. Monty Williams, who's now coaching. He was coaching. I don't know if he's still around. He got fired. He was Detroit, I think. He was a Knicks #1 pick back in the day. So I got him when he was with the Knicks, I'm sure. I don't remember exactly when, but that's what we did back in the day. Next, it's Brooke Fordyce, backup catcher with the Mets. So like I said, it's just a bunch of everybody in this box. Like I said, I'm going through this. I don't even know who's in here myself. I'll try to speed it up because I don't want to keep you guys here all day. Next, we got a good one. This guy was an all-star plenty of times on a Donruss Diamond King. I know you guys like Donruss Diamond King cards, so anybody wants this, hit me up. Next, it's Edgardo Alfonso Fonzi. He was one of the best signers on the Mets. With a beautiful autograph. Just a great man, great person, and a great ball player, too. He was a good all-star player with the Mets many years. And backup infielder was Jose Vizcaíno, another really good signer. These are all mostly, like I said, most of them, a majority of these, probably outside of Shea Stadium, where I was the legend there. Me and James and Nick and Joe, are you guys out there? I'm giving you a shout out there. We had a lot of fun back in those days collecting autographs, and it wasn't easy. You first had to recognize the guy. Who recognized Doug Henry? I mean, come on, Doug Henry. You're going to recognize him coming out of a cab or coming off a bus or off a train? No. So you had to know the guys, too. You had to know who you were looking for with their autographs, and you had to have the cards ready and all that. There's a rookie card signed of Rico Brogna when he was with the Mets. There's Klesko on here, too. Didn't get him signed on that card. I do have Klesko somewhere else. Next is Dave Malicki. His big claim to fame was... when the first Mets played the Yankees interleague game, the first interleague ever game, he shut the Yankees out at Yankee Stadium. I believe the score was 6-0. That was embarrassing as the Yankee fans. Like, oh my God, Dave Malicki. Next, we have Carl Everett. He bounced around with the Mets, had some good years. Everett, he was the number one pick of the Yankees back in the day, and he didn't make it with the Yankees, but he had a good career, good long career. Gold card, Pete Harnisch. Love the Topps gold cards. I got a lot of these signed all over the place. I got to put them all together. Pete Harnisch, another good signer. Like I said, pretty much anybody we got is a good signer. I mean, they wouldn't sign otherwise. Bobby Jones with the Mets. Many times got him too. Next up, it's Joe Simpson. I got him when he was announcing. See, you always got to have cards for the announcers, guys. You never know who's going to be announcing. So Joe Simpson was one of the announcers with the Braves at the time when they were on Superstation TBS. And just got him. Yeah, just coming off the bus or cab or whatever, before the game. Here's another Doug Henry mixed in there. So I had two Doug Henrys and another Dave Malicki while I was at it. Again, these guys are just great signers. Ryan Thompson, he was supposed to be the big guy. He never panned out with the Mets. He had a couple of, flashes, but didn't pan out. As did this guy, the Rico Brogna, came up big. He traded him from the Tigers, got him. It was something like a steal, but he didn't pan out either. Again, nice guy, great signer, but good career. David Segui. You guys remember his father? David Segui was Diego Segui was a pitcher back in the 60s, 70s, I believe. And his son David, he had a good career, David. He had some really good years. Pat Kelly with the Yankees. And Pat Kelly was one big home run of the Yankees back against Toronto. It clinched the game, clinched for division series for them, win over Toronto to put them into the World Series. So, yeah, Pat Kelly. Bob Walk. And again, I got Bob Walk. He's that long-time announcer with the Pirates. So, again, you're going for in-person autograph, guys. Get your announcing cards ready, too, because most of the announcers were ex-players, most of them. So always be ready for that. And they come early. They prepare for the game. They come on their own, usually in a cab. It's paid for by the company, whatever, limo, whatever. So Bob Walk was a good pitcher. He's a good all-star player, too. Lance Parrish on a nice all-star card, 87. Beautiful one. And again, why have one when you could have two? And Lance Hargrave, he was just great. You can give him 10. He'd sign 10. I think I did that one day. I got a bunch somewhere of him, too. But yeah, he was a really good signer, Lance Parrish. Really good, nice guy. A tough guy here, Mike Hogger, real tough guy. Indians manager for a long time. So this was a, good card, manager card. I got to put him in a manager pile, I guess, because that's what he's pretty much known as, the manager of the Indians long term. Is it Indians or Rangers? Texas Rangers. Jeez, I don't remember. Here's a good one, Mickey Rivers, Mick the Quick. This was more like I got him at a Yankee Fan Festival many times. Mickey was always at a Yankee Fan Festival, as you see him right there. And our next guy is the name of the surgery himself. It's Tommy John. And this again at the Yankee Fan Festival, which was just great. Free autographs, as many as you want. Some guys had no lines. You could sit and talk to the players, whoever they were, like Tommy John at the time. I didn't talk to him. I should have brought up the Tommy John surgery. I didn't at the time. But another great picture. Short of the Hall of Fame. Just short. There's another Tommy John. And now he's doing a show upcoming next month. Local show here in New York. And he's like $100 an autograph, $90 or something stupid. See, I just threw these in front of him one day, 30 years ago, and he signed Dick Tridrow, Dirt. Remember Dirt? That's what we call him, because his dirty look. Dirt, and I got a couple more dirts. Again, this was from the Yankee Fan Festival. I went with my boy Joe. Remember that, Joe? You're out there watching? A couple more. Mike Torres. Three Mike Torreses. All right, we got 3 Mike Torreses. 1, 2, and 3. I don't remember when I got Mike Torres, where I got him. I don't remember. Damn. It's hard to remember each one, but I don't remember where I got Mike Torres. Rick Cerrone, I remember. And that was a good one, Rick Cerrone. And not only that, Rick Cerrone, a little story about Rick Cerrone. Where'd he go? Whoops, I just dropped one. Don't yell at me. It's not worth it. I didn't ruin the corners. It's not worth much anyway, guys. Don't yell at me. Rick Cerrone, and my Rick Cerrone story is, as I know, Rick Cerrone was one of my very first, I think he was my first autograph at a show. He did a local show in Brooklyn. It was at the Golden Gate Inn. It was one of those shady hotels. But weekends they had jam-packed card shows. And a couple times they did bring a card show, and Rick Cerrone was the first one. And my wife came with me, my girlfriend at the time. And that was the first autograph I ever got, was Rick Cerrone. And that got me, boom, on my way. Have to start somewhere, right? Who was that? Clint Frazier, I believe? And another Clint Frazier. Oh, George Clint Frazier. I think he's a Western singer. And one more George Frazier. This was also, of course, at the Yankee Fan Festival back in the 90s. They were doing it every year. Oh, more. George Frazier was really nice that day to me, I guess. Of course, here's a couple more. All right? You're getting tired of this, huh? Same guys over and over. Yeah, here's a bunch more. And we'll end it on this guy, too, because, well, we got one more here. Ron Hodges, no relation to Gil, of course, but another Met backup catcher. We probably got him outside of Shea Stadium, more than likely. And then we'll end it off with, believe it or not, Bob Shirley. All right. So I don't want to waste too much time on Bob Shirley. But there are 6 Bob Shirleys here. They're all different. And the 2 more over there. So, like I said, it was nobody probably in front of his table. I brought every Bob Shirley card I had in my possession. I just put them on the table. He signed them all. Not, very easily. The Yankees, of course, that was the year before. That was the last year before they became champs. So, 95 and 96. No more free autographs from the Yankees. They were all superstars, World Series champs, and those days are over. The night before that, though, they were still trying to sell tickets and get people to come and, meet the players to buy tickets as well. So, that was a lot of fun, right? Well, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, guys. It's that time again, and we're doing it. It's Celebrity Mystery Guest time. So, put on your blindfolds, all right? I'm putting mine on. I can't see nothing now, all right? And we'll mystery guest. Wait, I'm not introducing them. That's the guest host. I'm just here for the show. I got to guess along too. You guess along. Pause it. I'll put the name up. See if you can guess the signature. I'll say a couple things about the person. If you can guess them, great. Can't, I'll show you who it is. All right? So let's do it.
When our mystery guest, enter and sign in, please.
Did you guess it by the signature? It's not a bad signature. I mean, look, it's not the greatest, but if you're an autograph collector, you'll know who it is. All right. Academy Award winner, one of the greatest actors of all time, really, seriously, one of the great actors of all time. Passed away about 10 years ago or so, maybe a little bit more. He had Alzheimer's disease. Ben-Hur, Planet of the Apes. You getting warm? You me warm? Oh, Airport. What else did he do? Jeez, I'm trying to think of the names. He was, and he was the NRA president, too. That's a big hit. Earthquake, another big major motion picture. And, of course, did you guess it yet? I'm sure you did, right? Most of us know him as Moses from the 10 Commandments. That's right, Moses. Charlton Heston. That is Charlton Heston himself. Great person to meet in person. He was great. I met him a couple times. What could you say about Charlton Heston? One of the greatest actors of all time. So if you got that and you guessed it right, good for you. If not, we'll try it again on the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed the episode of just whatever. Just I'm winging it here. Sometimes you just got to wing it. But I think we had a good show, right? So come back next time and we'll see you on the next episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Subscribe.